folks, Gareth here, and it's BenQ time again. We have the BL2405 series here. This could be the HT, I'm not too sure, it doesn't say on the box. It's a 24-inch 16:9 adjustable panel with a response time of 2 milliseconds. It's got speakers, restriction of hazardous substances, so it's made out of leaves, and I think that's the blue light filter or flicker technology that BenQ like very much, maybe something along those lines. Over here it says it's Windows 8 compatible. Hopefully that means Windows 10 as well. And down here we have some specifications. That's a 24-inch 61cm LED backlit monitor, and in various different languages. Right, well, we'll just dig in and go through the specifications as we find them. It's a really big box for a 24-inch screen, but I believe that might be something to do with a stand, because it just got rid of a 22-inch screen and it was in a box pretty much half the size of this. So that'll be the panel on the top. We'll just throw that over there. There's a screw here. Obviously this has been looked at by someone else recently. We have a part of a stand. And we have a power cable, standard kettle lead type thing. We have a VGA cable to, that's just VGA each end, and a Euro power cable, and the stand itself, no HDMI or DVI. So perhaps it wasn't put in by the last reviewer. Okay, so let's see if we can work out how to put this together, because there's no instructions there either. Right, so that looks fairly self-explanatory, like that, but there's a screw in the middle. There we go. And we have a whirly roundy bit on the bottom here for turning this. It's kind of simple. Top side. I'm just wondering where this one screw goes. That's all we have to put this together with. There does appear to be 4 screw holes on the back. Perhaps one will do. We'll have a look at the panel before we attach it. Obviously it has a nice kind of, well, it's about a 1.5 centimeter bezel, maybe 2 centimeters down here. Am I overestimating that? Yeah, it's about 2 centimeters. It's got HDMI, Sense-I and LED. The BenQ logo there. The controls are on the side, which I quite like. I'm getting sick of them being on the bottom because I actually have a speaker that I put in underneath the screen here, so it blocks out the controls. This is kind of handy. We have auto menu, volume up and down, or brightness up and down. I guess it depends on what you select off the menu. An enter button and power with an LED built into the actual button. At the top we have the model number, a stain of some description, and then around the back we have 4 mounting sockets, so you can actually put this on a wall mount and attach it to the wall, and I guess the stand works with the same principle. There is something here that shows release, so it's compatible with another stand of some description. And then we don't have a massive amount of ports, but I guess this is all we really need. We've got microphone and headphones, an HDMI, DVI and a VGA. So it does cover most standards. This one generally gets dropped off, or else one of these doesn't exist. So it's kind of nice to have all 3. Should be flexible for whatever your needs. And over here we have the power connector. Easy to get at, does seem to be a decent amount of room. There's a groove in here as well, so maximizes the amount of space you have to be able to connect it, because plugging things in here is a bit of a pain. Alright, so we're going to attach this back thing with one screw to the actual screen, which we're not going to be able to do. All we do, line it up, drop the screw in, right, and there we go. That's all we can do with it. Isn't it lovely? Okay, so very handily, screws are in one of the other bags. We have a cable management support here, which probably if you're putting a web camera on the top of this, you can drop it through there. That'll keep it nicely out of the way. There's a Kensington lock there as well, which always handy. And we stand her up, turn around, and there we go. And it's a fairly good looking screen. It's large, the bezel is unobtrusive, I have to say. It actually looks quite nice with these written on the side. That does look a little bit more professional. It's usually here, but you don't notice them as much. That feels kind of nice having them there. So it's a 1920 by 1080 resolution. The pixel pitch is 0.276. The typical brightness is 250. The contrast is 1000 to 1. And the dynamic range is 12 million to 1. Panel type is a TN, which some people may have issues with. However, given the price of 150 to 160 pounds, I think most people are going to be okay with that if they're getting a full 24-inch screen. And the viewing angle is 170 degrees or 160 degrees. Or 170 degrees by 160. Response time is 2 milliseconds, and it can display up to 16.7 million colours. It weighs around 6.9 kilograms, and I believe that includes this, but without that it's 5.1 kilograms. So bearing in mind whenever you're putting it on the wall. And it has AMA built in, HDCP, Sense 3, and BenQ's flicker-free technology. That does seem to be rather good. So we can have a look at the swivel of the actual screen. So that turns from a 90-degree angle. That is about 90 degrees that it's turning, which is kind of nice. And then on the back, the pivot of the screen, which is obviously down to the stand that we have here. And from the looks of things, you can get it with a different stand because there's a different fitment down here. But obviously it's not going to work with wall mounts or anything like that. You can pivot from there up to about there, and I think reading from their descriptions that's about a 45-degree angle, which is kind of cool. The speaker is 2 watts and there are 2 of them in the back, and it's compatible with Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8 and Windows 10. So we're going to go and hook it up, plug it in, and I'll probably edit this video on it just to see how the colours work, and we'll have a review up for you on techaddicts.uk in the coming weeks. Alright, well thanks for watching and take care now.